Dear students, welcome to our class. Today I shall discuss about user-defined functions. User-defined functions are defined by the programmer. A programmer can write their own functions and they can use these functions. This is the syntax of function definition. First of all, we must write def keyword to define a function, then the function name, then within parentheses we must write the comma separated list of parameters. And you can see that I have written this comma separated list of parentheses within this square brackets. Whatever written inside square brackets, that means they are optional. According to the definition, a function can have 0, 1 or more inputs. So if we don't mention anything in the parenthesis, that means the function do not accept any input, and the function may take single input and it may take more than one inputs also. So if you are writing a function with more than one inputs, then we must write the parameters inside the parentheses and they must be separated by comma. After that you may write docstring. Docstrings are written within triple quotes. From the name you can guess docstring means documentation. It is used for documentation only. It is optional, but it is a very good practice to write docstrings, because using docstring you can write explanation about the function, what your function is doing, you can clearly mention here. Then statements of the function, and within square bracket I have written return statement. That means it is optional. You may return some value, you may not return any value. Return statement is optional. So this is the first example of user defined function. Here I shall discuss how to convert a simple program to a program with function. This is a simple program where two integer values are taken from the user, and the values are x, variables are x and y, and we are just adding them. So instead of writing these statements, we can define a function using def keyword, and after writing def I am writing add. This is the name of the function, then parenthesis open and close, then colon. And you must remember that the name of the function should be related to its work. As this function will add two numbers, you must write the name add, or similar to this you may write sum. Next, inside this function we may write this entire code, and in the main program, instead of writing these three lines or these three statements, we can call the function add. And by this we can easily achieve same result, but here we are using a function. Next example, function returning value. That means this function will return a value. Where it is returning the value? The value will be returned to the main function or main program. So this is the normal program that is written without any function, and this is the output of this program. Instead of writing this simple program, we can convert this simple program to a function which can return a value. So first of all we must write the function using the keyword def, and again the name is same, add. Here, as this function is returning a value and it is not printing anything, so and it is not accepting any input also, so inside the function we will take input from the user. So these two statements will be written inside the function add, and this function will return the added value of x and y. So using return statement we can do this, return x plus y. So it will return the added value of x, y to the main function. So whenever we are calling the function, after execution of the function will return the added value in the main program where the function is called. So instead of these three statements we can write print output add. So instead of these three statements we can write this statement. And you must know, here we are calling the function add, and the function add will return the added value here. So if the value of x is 2 and y is 3, then after adding, the add function will return 5, and it is returning 5 here, and we are printing this value 5 using the function print. So output will be output colon space 5. Now I think it is clear to you. If you have any doubt, please let me know. Next, so instead of these three statements we have to write print output add here in the main program. Next example, function with parameters. That means this function can receive input. So this is our first simple program. Now we are going to convert this program with a function with parameters. First of all, we have to define the function. So we must write def add, then within parentheses we must give the parameters. Here we are using the parameters a and b. A and b. You might be thinking that why we are using a and b, why not x and y? Yes, you can write x and y also, but for better understanding you must use a different name, but you can use same identifiers also. And as this function have only parameters and it is returning any not returning any value, so we are just printing output a plus b. It is not returning any value, and you can see that this function is receiving input. So in the main program we must take input from the user. So we need these two statements in the main program, and whenever we are calling the function add, we must give input to the function within the parentheses, and the inputs are stored in the variables x and y. So instead of this print output x plus y, we must write add within parentheses x comma y, and a and b are called formal parameters or parameters. X and y are called actual parameters or arguments. And why these types of nomenclatures are used? X and y are the actual values received from the user. That's why they are called actual parameters. And whenever the add function is called, the value of x will be copied, the value of x will be copied to A and the value of y will be copied to B. So they are called formal parameters. They are used for the time being. They are used for inside the function only. That's why they are called formal parameters. And x and y are the actual values received from the user. That's why they are called actual parameters. The value of x will be copied to A and the value of y will be copied to B. So this is the main concept, and you must remember these terms. These are very important for the board exam. Next, function with parameters and returning value. So this function contains all the features. This function can receive input from the user. This function can return value to the main program. So this is basically a complete function. So this is our simple program. So we will convert this program to a program with function that have parameters as well as it can return value. So first of all, we must define the function using the keyword def. Name of the function will be add, and this function will have two parameters. Name of the parameters will be A and B, and this function can return a value. Then inside this function we can simply return A plus B. As this function is receiving input from the main program where we are calling the function, so we need these two statements. We need these two statements to receive input from the user, and then we have to call the function. And as this function is returning a value, so it will return the value where the function is called. So we can directly print the value by calling the function add inside a print function. So instead of writing this print function, we can write print output add xy, and the output of this program will be similar to the previous program. Here A and B are called formal parameters or simply parameters, and x and y are called actual parameters or simply arguments. I am very sorry, the spelling of arguments is wrong. This is a type mistake. I am sorry for that. And return A plus B, this is a return statement. The function is returning the added value. Here also the value of x will be copied to A and the value of y will be copied to B. I have given examples of 4 types of user-defined functions. In my next video, I shall discuss about different types of arguments. So thank you for watching this video.